With Clara coming around the corner, it's that time of the day where the server going to get railed down from a lot of people rerolling just like Genshin with first launch. As a closed beta player, I can tell you one thing, it's not worth to reroll. The reroll in this game is just as long as Genshin reroll, probably longer depending on how much brain cell you have to beat the prologue. That being said, I know it's not gonna stop people from rerolling, so let me give you an express guide on who you should pray for when hitting that pity just like me. Before we start going down the list, note that this is based on my own research, and once the actual game comes out, this information might change, which I doubt, but you never know. This video goes to go over each character ability and how they work, and my opinion based on the big bang conversation I have in my Discord. If you want to join, come aboard into the server and watch me get clowned on, or join me in my quest to make questionable guide. Anyway, time to choo-choo into the video. Our first character on the list is Bailu. Bailu is an abundant lightning healer that's basically the barber of Honkai Star, except she's not an idol, and it's probably a 500-year-old dragon lolly cause anime is a mistake, and so am I. Her skill heals a single ally based on Bailu max HP plus extra for the total of 3 turns, but the healing is reduced by 15% for each healing. Her ult heals everyone based on the max HP plus extra based on skill level. For ally that's not invigorated, she will inject them with steroid and make it last for 1 more turn, making it 2 turns. Her talents will shine when an invigorated ally is hit. They heal based on a max HP plus extra, which can be triggered up to 2 times. Once per battle, when an ally gets railed, Bailu can zap them back to life and heal them based on Bailu max HP plus extra. Using a technique before a fight invigorated everyone for 1 turn at the start of the battle because steroid is that powerful. As a healer, she is much better than Natasha since Bailu can heal your team without needing to use any skill if you use a technique before a fight, perfect for a long battle. The first arc of the story is quite difficult since we don't have that much fire type character, so constant healing is probably needed unless you know what you're doing. Bronya. Not Silverwood. That poor Bronya, I don't understand this game. It's a harmony wind support that's no longer a cripple and actually look like a wolf. Bronya's skill remove a debuff from a single ally and let them cut in line while give them a damage boost for 1 turn. Her ult increase all ally attack and increase the crit damage based on Bronya crit damage plus extra for 2 turns. Her talent let her cut the line after using a basic attack. This girl better not cut the line but don't, or else I'm gonna cut her with her own rifle. Using a technique before a fight increase her ally attack for 2 turns. Bronya's skill and ultimate can easily turn the tide of the battle, from ejecting an ally with steroid to having an ally or herself be in front of everyone because she sticks to your pincers and thinks she can do whatever she wants. I'm sick of your shit, I just want my 6 piece, I can't English. Clara is a destruction physical DPS that must be protected at all times, and I'm glad Daddy Salvo is here to fight and protect her. Clara's skill does AoE physical damage based on her attack and deal even more damage if the enemy is marked by Daddy Salvo. His mark will be removed after the skill is used. Her ult called Daddy Salvo and protect her, as he should. This make the enemy jealous and decide to bully her for 2 turns. This also makes Salvo pissed, so his counter is enhanced. When an ally is attacked, Salvo will jump in and slap the enemy with the might of Thor so hard that adjacent enemy also took damage. Under the protection of Salvo, Clara damage taken is reduced by 15%. He will also mark the enemy who attacked Clara and slap the shit out of them, dealing physical damage based on Clara attack. Using her technique before a fight taunt the enemy for 2 turns, because well, that's what you want I guess. Personally, I think you got rare if you pull her because her ability are mid and is a very high risk since she's basically asked to get hit. Based on my personal experience with games that have countering system in a turn base, it's never good due to the character multipliers. In this case, it happened to Clara. That being said, I could be completely wrong once the actual game comes out, so take it with a hint of salt. Gepard is a preservation ice sub DPS that is perfect for shooting your ally in a prolonged fight. Gepard's skill do ice damage to a single enemy and have 65% chance to freeze that enemy for 1 turn. Frozen enemy are, well, frozen and take ice damage over time each turn. His ult applies shield to everyone, absorbing damage based on his defense plus extra for 3 turns. His talent allowed him to use a totem of Undying that let him keep fighting after getting his kneecap broken, which also healed him based on his max HP. Using Gepard technique before a fight, apply a shield to everyone based on his defense plus extra for 2 turns. Personally, I don't believe in surviving a fight, but fucking owning them. But when it comes to simulated universe, Gepard shined brighter than my electrical engineering professor Baldhead due to his tankiness and the blessing that's based on suit. Himeko is an erosion fire DPS that have astronomical personality that I love, and now I love her even more because he's alive. Himeko's skill slap and blast the shape of an enemy with fire damage, which also affect adjacent enemies. Her ultimate called Elon Musk Starlink to delete the entire battlefield with a massive laser beam. If the enemy dies, she will use their assets as fuel to trigger more laser beam. Please set her my hood from the white light! Her talent utilized the broken spine of her enemy to give Danger Queen enough boobies, up to 3 stacks, to sort the shit of her enemy once an ally perform an attack, which consume all 3 stacks. Using her technique turn the floor to lava that lasts for 15 seconds, starting a fight in the ring of fire will increase fire damage taken by enemy for 2 turns. Himeko is a farming god. Pairing her with Herta will let you speedrun without needing to look at your PC. Oh god, I can still hear her voice, please get it out of my head! If you manage to pull her, you can probably go through the first word of a mud struggle since dated back 2.4 million years ago. That being said, her multiplier ain't great, so I could be completely wrong, but it doesn't matter because he's alive. Welt is a nihility imaginary DPS that retired from Honkai Impact to imprison his enemy here in Star Rail. I don't know why. Welt's skill let him slap 3 times to a random enemy and have a high chance of crippling that enemy for 2 turns. His ult basically creates a black hole, dealing imaginary damage based on Welt attack to all enemies and imprison them, which delay the action and reduce the speed. His talent is Bullying the Cripple. He deals additional imaginary damage based on his attack to slow the enemy. Kinda fucked up, not gonna lie. Using his technique create a mini black hole that lasts for 15 seconds, would slow enemy that are in it, and if Welt pick a fight with them in the black hole, enemy will be imprisoned. What makes Welt different from other characters is that he can imprison enemy during the fight. And just like my girlfriend, he's only imaginary character at the moment. This is low-key broken when you're fighting lesser mobs since they literally can't move. Welt is also a great character to run away from your problem whenever you see them. All you need to do is create a black hole and run away, just like he ran away from child support. I'm pretty sure you have a child in Honkai Impact that he abandoned. Yanqing is a Hunt Ice DPS, who's a male version of Impact Sushang. I know it's Su saying, but I prefer the name Sushang. Yanqing's skill do ice damage based on his attack and activate Empathic Soul Link for 1 turn, which are explained in the talent section. His ult increases crit rate by a whopping 60%, and if Empathic Soul is activated, his crit damage also increased for 1 turn. Afterward, he beat the shit up an enemy with ice damage based on his attack. His talent is based on Empathic Soul Link. If it is active, he is less likely to be attacked and his crit rate and damage will also increase. After he slaps an enemy, he has a chance of doing a following up attack, dealing ice damage based on his attack, which also have a chance to freeze the enemy for 1 turn. Frozen enemy receive ice damage over time based on his attack at the beginning of each turn. If Yanqing get attacked, then Empathic Soul Link effect is gone. Jesus Christ, that's a mouthful. Using his technique before effect let him do more damage for 3 turns to target whose current HP is equal or higher than 40% of Yanqing's max HP. If you like seeing big numbers, Yanqing will help you with that. If you like crit, then he will also help you with that. If you like sword, he's your man. If you want to turn him into a fanboy. To be honest, almost all of the characters are decent to good for a 5-star, except for Clara. I intentionally did not do a tier list because you can't just clump a support and a DPS together in the same category, so you do your own tier list. Remember, while rerolling is an option, it may not be worth the time investment because of the 30-minute to an hour prologue. But if you really love wasting your time and have like 6 emulator instances open, hopefully this guy have given you some insight on which character to aim for. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support my gacha addiction. Please stand up.